Let's enter into stillness, observing every level of being. Seeking to stay centered in the core of our being. That place from where we can see clearly every level of being. Center of the mind, which is stillness. An expansion of awareness as much as you can. Stillness of the heart, which brings you into a space of peaceful, loving being. And stillness in the gut, as you bring your core vitality into balance. Centering the sacral energy and the root energy. Once you come into the gut, go right down to sacral and root. And stay aware of every level of being, because every level of being counts. It influences our entire being. The center of the ego is in the mind. So you want to ensure mental centering is primary. The center of observing the ego in all of its roles and postures and its moods, because you can be held in a mood and don't see it. You can be held in a subtle ego pattern and don't see it. So the intent should be, or the desire should be, to see clearly all patterns of ego in the consciousness. And don't stress yourself out. This is a journey of steps. This is a journey of unfolding. Don't let the ego get ahead of itself. Come right to base continuously. That is the state of peacefulness, lovingness, contentedness. Ensure that you have that. Otherwise, impatience will be a great impediment. Contentment is important. Patience is important. One step at a time. Staying with what is before you. Observe the breath is before you. Let it be in rhythm, not out of rhythm. Not a jerky breath, a gentle, moving breath that works in harmony with the body and the lungs. And as you move the breath, keep spinal column awareness. Don't lose the root, don't lose the sacral along the column. Don't lose the navel, don't lose the heart, don't lose the throat, don't lose the brainstem. And learn energy balance. Prana flows along the spinal column from the root up when you're awakened. You become more conscious of it when you're awakened. Otherwise, it flows without you even observing it. And the nostrils, you have two, if you look carefully. Left brings a cooling prana, and right brings a heating prana. Are they balanced? And don't hold your posture so rigid that you lose flow. Be flexible, easy, and flow. Bring the heart into a peaceful heartbeat, no anxiety. And begin to appreciate now the currents that can flow. If you use the ego skillfully, you can send waves and waves of loving energy through the body to every cell. As you skillfully use the ego, watchful over it. Yes, there's an infinite part of you that can oversee. The ego is not the ultimate within you. The infinite. Now stay with me in the peacefulness of the mind. And let meditation happen. Let the divine within you, the infinite, move you. She's responsible for every rhythm. Every rhythm. She sustains it. Aligned to her flow. Expand your awareness now to the physical body, the gross body and the field it's connected to. And introduce more oxygen into the lungs by breathing more air into the lungs. Push the breath out first. Gentle at first. Open up the belly to breathe. The chest, that's how you can bring more. And the shoulders. Following the instincts of the body. This is important. That you're really breathing to support the body. It's not just the ego that wants to breathe. In a breathing practice, you're breathing because the body needs more oxygen. The senses need to be more energized. My head feels clearer, my body feels better, my senses are more alert and energized, and that's the gift of that breathing. For those of you who resist it, you lose out. And I do that with a firm root and firm core. So it doesn't reach my head. I protect my brain. And I do it only as necessary to bring me more brain clarity, more energy, more vitality in the core, and a better feeling throughout at every level. And here I'll do the Om sound to close. But before I do, breathing is such a beautiful practice, simply because you bring more prana into the body. You balance heating and cooling nadis. You revitalize the entire body because you bring prana into it and also oxygen. It's a big treat for the body, the physical body, and the vital body, pranamaya kosha. Now let's do the Om. But the secret to the Om is its resonance through your whole being, in the mental field, in the emotional field, in the body. So you need to do it with the complete voice. Spinal column awareness and vibrating at every level. Let's begin. In. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So that is the beauty of meditation. See, my voice has an extra lift. My brain is clearer. And it's exciting to be able to use the body in this way, to energize it. There's so much in the science of well-being. If only you take a moment to really practice. Don't start your day without this. My breathing practice begins the moment I sit on my bed. My breathing practice begins. And it doesn't stop throughout the day. It's in one form or another. I need the breath. The subtle breath, the gross breath, I need it. To live, I need it. To be vital in the body, I need it. Meditation is an amazing practice. And then when you tire the body out, as you normally do, deplete the body's resources, emotional depletion, mental depletion, core depletion, nervous system feels irritable. Just stop for a moment. And before you go into heavy breathing, just gentle, take the body gently. And just begin a subtle breath. And then you will feel the energy for a more gross breath. And then you sit for meditation. Gather your energies back. And then you're ready. And you need those moments in the day when you do that. Otherwise, you will be overspent. And most of us are guilty of it. And then the other thing is, if you're a meditator, then food management is important. Tremendously important. Food quality and food management. Nutrition is one aspect of it. But you have tamasic foods, you have rajasic foods, and you have sattvic foods. And if you are sattvic and you eat tamasic foods, you're going to sleep all day. There are those who do heavy work and they can work through the tamas. But be careful how you eat. So every day the practice of meditation is important. And don't worry, don't feel guilty about anything that you do. The body is forgiving at a certain age. So you need to take your time and bring it back.